Hi, this is Sarah. I hope you people are doing great. In this video, I would like to tell you about the latest innovation in the world, so please welcome to our tech channel. Dive into the latest innovations, gadgets, and trends. Google released its first commercial Android version 1.0 in 2008. The first version of Android is very simple, but it had some apps like YouTube, Gmail, Maps, Calendar, Instant Messaging, and many more, and they are integrated into the Android OS directly. This Android version also supported HTML and XHTML web pages, a camera, Wi-Fi, and came with Bluetooth support. In 2009, Android released its second major version, Android version 1.5 Cupcake. This version started the tradition of naming Android versions after sweet treats. Cupcake introduced the first on-screen keyboard to Android as people switched from handheld devices with keyboards to smartphones with touch screens. It also introduced a framework for widgets for third-party apps, which was an important step. Cupcake also introduced the platform's first video recording option. In the fall of 2009, Android released its next major update, Android 1.6 Donut. This product came at just the right time as the world was slowly moving to larger screens and resolutions on mobile phones. Donut included support for CDMA networks, which contributed to Android's rapid growth. In addition, it introduced several new features, including voice and text input search, bookmark history, and WVGA resolution. It also allowed users to select multiple photos and delete them at once. Android 2.0 Eclair was released just 6 weeks after Donut. This release boosted its popularity among the masses due to the hype surrounding Motorola's Droid phones and Ryzen's marketing campaign. It introduced SMS, voice-guided turn-by-turn navigation, and real-time traffic information, pinch-to-zoom functionality only available from Apple at the time, Bluetooth 2.1, minor APIs, and some bug fixes. Froyo was released 4 months after the launch of Eclair. This Android version mainly focuses on back-end performance, speed, and memory optimization. It also introduced voice actions, which allows users to perform basic functions such as speaking commands, taking notes, and getting directions. It also added support for Adobe Flash, which Apple never offered to its users. With Gingerbread, Android started to dabble in distinctive visual design. For example, while Android's mascot is green, the most prominent colors in this version were green and black, which was reflected throughout the interface. Additionally, Gingerbread supported extra-large screens, a simplified user interface, advanced copy or paste features, NFC near-field communication, and various improvements. Android released its Honeycomb version for the Motorola Xoom, the first Android-based tablet, in 2011. Even with the subsequent updates 3.1 and 3.2, Honeycomb remained the tablet-only version. This marked a detour for Android's visual appeal, this time with a blue holographic design instead of the usual black and green combination. In addition, this tablet was designed differently to make the most of the tablet's widescreen space. Ice Cream Sandwich marked Android's entry into a modern design language. While the Honeycomb version is considered a blend of old and new designs, Ice Cream Sandwich refined all visual elements with a single unified UI vision, reuniting the design of phones and tablets. It adopted Honeycomb's card-like look and also introduced a common swipe function for navigation in the operating system. It also introduced a framework or design standardization called HOLA across the entire Android operating system and app ecosystem. Android Jelly Bean was launched in 2012 and made the best impression on new users. Jelly Bean was based on Android version 4.0. Many rough edges were smoothed out, making the operating system more appealing and attractive. In addition, it also improved accessibility and brought a host of features such as screen lock, bug fixes, 4000 support, Google Now, and more. Late in 2013, Android released KitKat. This Android version introduced OK Google support, offline music support, smart caller ID, better application compatibility, and many other built-in features. With the Lollipop version, Android reinvented itself. Among all these versions on the Android list, it established the material design standard that is still applied today. This gave the operating system a new look for all Android apps and also for other Google products. Moreover, the team made the most of the card-based concept, which became a core pattern for the Android team. You can now quickly access all your notifications from the lock screen itself. Additionally, Lollipop brings improved support for the OK Google command, expanding voice activation of the feature to now work even when the device's screen is off. This Android version was slightly updated when compared to the Lollipop version. With Marshmallow, Android started the trend of releasing a major update per year. In addition, Marshmallow introduced support for fingerprint readers, USB-C, app standby feature, doze mode to save battery life, and many more with lasting impressions. Android Nougat is known for releasing Google Assistant. This Android version had several improvements, all of which were important. For example, it offered split screen mode, data saver feature, file-based encryption, battery usage warning, screen magnification, and many other features. During the same period, Google also released its first in-house mobile phone, the Pixel. Oreo brought some of the best features like picture-in-picture support, adaptive icons, twice as fast startup, Google Play Protect, option to snooze notifications, and many more. Additionally, this Android release included many elements that aligned with Google's goal of aligning Android and Chrome OS to transform the Chromebook user experience. It also helped with Project Treble, allowing device manufacturers to deliver more timely software updates through a modular base of Android code. Pi is a breath of fresh air for the Android mobile operating system. Android has been changed and given a new look to make it look more modern. The most popular change is the hybrid gesture or button navigation system that replaces the black panels on Android's back, home, and overview buttons. Pi also introduced many productivity features that were not present in previous versions of Android. In addition, it introduced many security and privacy improvements and an intelligent system for managing power and screen brightness. With this version, Android has abandoned the naming tradition for each major version and added a little bonus. This version further upgraded the visual interface with Android gestures and a swipe-driven navigation approach. Android version 10 also introduced more subtle improvements and enhancements, such as fine-grained permissions, control over location data, productivity features, and themes across the operating system. Android 11 was released in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic in September 2020. It brought major Android updates that were visible on the surface, as well as other back-end improvements. Privacy is a major concern for mobile users around the world. Android 11 addressed this issue well and brought many more privacy-friendly features, including more granular app permissions that users can restrict. Additionally, all panels have been simplified and now include conversation-style notifications, native screen recording capabilities, and controls for connected devices. Android 12 was released to the public on October 4, 2021. This version was largely focused on surface designs. Android 12 completely changed the standard, creating what it calls Material U, a visually very customizable version of Android. There's also a renewed focus on widgets, other improvements, and easier access with separate AI sections that work independently of each other. Android 13 is a stable operating system released in 2022 with a new interface design for handheld devices. The release also lays the groundwork for multi-purpose products, but also prepares for the larger screens and resolutions that will eventually appear on the latest Google Pixel tablets. This version of the operating system has made great strides in improving security, privacy, and performance. The latest Android version is named Android 14. It aims to provide a rich camera and media experience with Ultra HDR, lossless USB audio, and other camera enhancements. Android users can further customize apps with features like app-specific language, predictive text, grammar highlighting, and regional settings. Android 14 also includes Health Connect for health and fitness insights and Credential Manager to simplify sign-in. Android 15 was released for Google Pixel devices on October 15, 2024 developer preview. Released in February 2024 beta. Released in April 2024 final source code. Released on September 3, 2024 conclusion. Android has evolved significantly over the years from its inception to today, becoming one of the most important operating systems. The list of Android versions in this blog shows how Android has changed the way we interact with digital devices, making it easier for users to understand the interface. Join us as we explore the future of technology together. For more information, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.